Hey everybody, what is crack-a-lackin'? Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and do a show for y'all. So let me give you a little quick overview what's going to be going on, guys. We got another CME coming. It should be here. It's moving about close to 3 million miles per hour. We had one hit earlier, about I guess it was 2 days ago. Yeah. But we'll go over that too. Um, this right here is Noah's version of the CME. That's the sun, that's Earth, right? So you got these CMEs popping off, and again, we'll go more into detail. But this is NASA's version of the same model, and so they both got us kind of catching a glancing blow here. And so we're going to talk about that. Also, check out this. This is a phenomenon. Everybody thinks this is aurora when this is happening. It is not. This is actually uh, air glow. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Anyway, guys, please share and like if you could, and please stop back by and drop a comment for me if you would. I got to get back into the algorithm. But anyway, guys, we've had some pretty decent sized quakes going on too. We got one over here. That's in Papua New Guinea. These aren't odd spots for them, but they are fairly big. Okay. We also got one over here in Mexico that's closer to home for us over here. But check these out right here. Okay. I mean, we got 4.3, up and down the coast over here. We always pucker up a little bit here when we see these. But obviously for the San Andreas Fault, and you got the Cascadia subduction zone out there. Doesn't really make us all feel warm and fuzzy. But yeah. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to run my intro, and we will get going. All right, here we go. All right, first and foremost, thank you, my friend, with the Gary with the membership. Guys, I'm going to be giving out some memberships tonight, okay? I got something to give out for you guys, and hopefully, because we're going to get back into doing some membership streams too. I got some really cool things, and just got lots of stuff that I want to share with you guys. I got a lot of time to make up for you guys, I really do. And thank you for sticking with me. Anybody that stayed around as a member, wasn't giving you much reason there for a month or two, but we had some issues here at the Wages house, and still are, but we're handling it, and I'm back to doing it. So we're going to be here. This is Monday. I plan on being here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I might take Sunday off. I'll try to do something small on a Sunday, but Sundays most likely I'll be here too. Just to let you guys know. All right. So what did happen the other day, guys? We did get into a geomagnetic storm right here. This is the KP index. That's what we look at to gauge how strong a geomagnetic storm is. A KP of 5 is a G1. What do we get with a G1, right? I get that question all the time, right? So we can come on here to the scales and geomagnetic storms, power systems, weak power grid fluctuations, right? Spacecraft operations, minor impact on satellite operations possible. Now that, these scales probably need to be redone. And I say that because things are affecting the Earth more. So I do think that the stuff that we do see, it doesn't take as much to get us to G1 anymore. Right? Same thing with the solar radiation. Hey, Miss, wow, 27 months. Holy cow, girl. Guys, tell her a big happy anniversary. 40 years, her and her husband. That is awesome. Just so you know. That's a feat, man. I'm telling you. I've been married over 30, and it definitely. Hey, Kristen, good to see you. It's most definitely one of those, a 40-year one. Hey, Hope. All right, guys, I'm gonna quit saying hi. I'm sorry. I'll stop here at about halfway through and get a roll call. But I do want to do this. I want to get through this space weather real quick. Not real quick, but go in depth as much as I can. Okay, so. where was I at anyway? Was I over here? Think about it. Yeah, the scales. So with the scales, these just need redone, okay? Because we are getting affected more by not as strong storms. You know, and I think that everybody should watch every channel you possibly can. Kristen, what's up? Thank you. Thank you for that. So awesome. So awesome. Let's get you up there on there, right there. And I would encourage you guys to become a member. I'll talk more about that later, though. But let's do this real quick. I am starting to squirrel a little bit, guys. I need to focus. So I am going to turn my chat away from my face here for a minute, okay? I trust my moderators, and I know most of you guys already know, so we'll just leave it at that. But and thank you guys for that last video. Oh my goodness. The first video back, I had over 5,000 views on it. So, I mean, that was awesome. So please share this out. Let's get back in there. Let's start, you know, I want to get this thing just rolling. Kristen, you're awesome. You guys are just the best. That's all I can say. I just don't even know what to say sometimes. I know I say it a lot. There you go. We're not going anywhere, brother. Thank you, Hope. I appreciate you. Both of you, Kristen. Kristen, Hope, Mist, everybody. Again, I'll stop and say hi here in a little while. So, as we got this right here, we also got to pay attention to the sunspots. Okay? Most of the time, the sunspots is where the action is on the sun. And because we get flaring, the flaring will cause destabilization, and then you'll get CMEs from that. Now, if we come over here, this is NASA's model to detect CMEs. I showed you NOAA's version of it. Now, this one will take 2 days behind, and then it tries to forecast out 5, right? Thank you, Callie. Wow, you guys are awesome. Callie, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you for real. For real appreciate you. Thank you for that. So cool. So cool. You guys are just the best. That's all I can say. All right, but anyway, notice though, okay, as we're looking at this 5-day forecast out, right? That's what we're going to be paying attention to. So you can kind of roughly guesstimate when they updated this last. Because you can go from here and go forward roughly 2 days, which is pretty close to about right there. So we really haven't had anything happen like immediate. So this is probably pretty accurate. But I want you to pay attention. This is Earth. This is stereo A. 2 different locations. Here's Earth. That's stereo A. Okay, see where the CMEs are headed? That's why that line is different. Now what you're looking at there is, on the top, this top box is density. Everything matters. Speed, density. The BZ is the most critical, and we'll go over that in just a second. But as you can see this right here, boom. So Earth's taking a hit when stereo A really isn't at that moment. But look at stereo A. 1, 2, 3 CMEs, probably 4. Check this out. If I back this up, we can count them. And this gives you guys perspective. That's why I do it. Okay? So it launches off, and it looks like it's going to go halfway between us and stereo A, right? But notice how it stretched. Oop, what did I do there? Notice how it stretched out. So we're getting a glancing blow. This is not a dead hit. It went like right between us and stereo A. And all stereo A is a satellite out there collecting data. It's got Coronagraphs and other tools on it. But as you can see here, you got 2 of them basically, and they came from the same sunspot. So I'll just say it like that. But as you can see how this one gave us a glancing blow and this one's not? That's why you see these lines lining up like they are. Okay? Now we can go over here to NASA's version of it, and let's do this. So I can just click it back some. So if I click it back, it'll take me back to a different CME. You can only see 1 CME at a time on this one. That's the only downfall to that, okay? So if I go forward, I'm sitting here looking. Here we go. Come on. It's slow sometimes, guys. I do apologize for that. Not much I can do about that. It's just, it's not even my computer or my internet. It's the actual site here. Yeah, I seen it change right there. You can watch the dates up here, right? So you can see the time down here too. So anyway, it's showing pretty much the same trajectory. There's the other CME. Okay, here, watch right there. It's smaller. It's not going to do anything. Is what I'm trying to tell you. And I like to show it to you guys visually because it's definitely needed to give, you know, the best explanation. Anytime you can like attribute any extra sense into what you're looking at, you have a better chance of understanding and remembering it. Also, fun fact, if you repeat something out loud 14 times, that's what they say it takes for your brain to actually remember it to the point where you can draw it back up fairly quickly. So if you see me walking down the street looking like I'm talking to myself when I don't have my cell phone on me, I'm just saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'm trying to remember something. Just kidding. Anyway, so let me back this up here. Go ahead and hit play. Yeah, see, that's the other thing about this too, man. These things just take forever to load sometimes, man. So let me do this. This thing should have already been... Yeah, see what it's doing? It's being ridiculous is what it's doing. I don't know why, but see it moved now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bypass that. I'm going to stop that, and this is what's happening. You get too many of the movie tools moving at the same time, and it kind of slows things down. I try not to do it, but sometimes I forget. Okay, so this is a coronagraph. And again, this one here is loading still too. I know this one was loaded earlier, is it not? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like every time you go back to it, when you click off the tab, it does that. I hate that. Anyway, let me go ahead and hit the auto update on this one. So what you're going to see, these are the sunspots currently. Okay? Remember what I said, we're getting ready to have a pole flip on the sun. When it does that, when you have the termination event, when the North and South poles decide they want to go and go ahead and flip, that's what happens, right? And that's the reset of your sun cycle. Roughly 11 years. There's no direct, just one time, boom, there it is type of thing. Okay? Anyway, so let me, so we got another sunspot over here kind of coming in. Right? And yeah. So we got this one over here. These are the ones that we're going to be dealing with. So those highly charged particles is what I showed you guys. Okay, that's the highly charged particles. The density, and they're moving roughly about 3 million miles per hour. Okay? That's about, if we come over here to the Discover website, they've kind of redesigned this page, and I love it because now they're showing you the purple. See this purple here? That's the BZ. That's the orientation of our magnetic field. When it is in that negative position, -6 or greater, it will open us up, will draw stuff in, right? So when this is in the negative, that's when we got our best chances of getting geomagnetic storms. We got real close to one today. Okay, let me show you. Right here. It's almost, I mean, we almost did. It was fairly close. So, you know, if that would have stayed negative very much longer, we would have been in a geomagnetic storm. So, sorry about that, guys. My lips got a little... Anywho, anyhow, anyway. Okay, so, all right. So that's what we're going to be looking for when this other one hits. If it goes negative, we'll probably get into another geomagnetic storm. Now, see this down here? That's the KP. That's this, what I just showed you right here. See how we got geomagnetic storm right here? That's the same, that right there is this. That bar right there. Okay? I'm pointing it out because they added this to this graph, and look when it happened. See that? -6. There you have it. Okay, so it's direct. I mean, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is the single most important data point, in my opinion, when we're talking about getting hit with the CME that could cause a geomagnetic storm. So when we got things moving at 3 million miles per hour, and if they're dense at all, and the KP's at a negative, we're getting geomagnetic storming. So what can it do? I showed you guys the scales here, and these scales, we also will see aurora. That's why I'm mainly showing you this. Let's see here, does it say that? Yeah, aurora is commonly visible at high latitudes. What that means is closer to the North and South Pole. That's where our geomagnetic storm is the weakest, pretty much. So anybody living up, in Alaska, at least here in the States, or if you guys are, I love my overseas people too, across the pond, my Aussies. Anyway, they're affected more. Okay, so now we got this other phenomenon. This is not aurora. This is air glow. Okay, now this is something that could be very easily construed as aurora. But anyway, I point that out because we're getting ready to try to have to tell the difference, right? For some people, at the higher latitude that you are. I know Miss can see them sometimes where she's at. Ilea does. Not as much, but Adam does. Marfugal. So, yeah. And Dr. Tony Phillips here at spaceweather.com does a bang-up job on this website. So please go check him out over here. He's saying the same thing here about this CME. It's going to hit us on the 14th. Probably just kind of give us a glancing blow, but, you just never know. All right. So, let me, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go back to this right here, and I'm going to see if I can't run this movie tool again. Okay, there it goes. At least I wanted to show you guys that one. That's really the one I wanted to show you. I'm glad it did that one. Okay, this is the coronagraph. It's from our point of view. Okay, it's 1 million miles closer to the sun than what we are. This CME right there, see that? That's the one that's going to give us the glancing blow. Because stereo A is over here, and we're looking dead on. Right? So that's what's happening there. Now, let me just back that off a little bit. Boom. Boom. And you can even see the second one pop off shortly after. Okay? Yep, right there. So these things, these coronagraphs are awesome. It's got to say it, right? But yeah. Now, this is the same one, but it's zoomed out. I'm not sure if this one's loaded yet or not. Did it load? Who knows? There it is. Okay. We'll see if we can't get this thing to go. There it goes. While I'm doing this, why don't you guys give me a roll call in there, okay? And give me a roll call, and we'll check her out here. Now, there it is. That's the one that's going to be hitting us. Now remember, we measure these in kilometers per second. So roughly 400 kilometers per second is 2 million miles per hour. So if we come over here and we look at the velocity, we got 400. If we're up towards 600, 700, we're pushing 300 million miles, well not 300, 3 million miles per hour. Okay? Quick math will show you that. That's the rule of thumb. For every 2 million, you're looking at for every 400 kilometers per second, you're looking at 2 million miles per hour. So just remember that. 4 equals 2, right? So if we get to 8, which is not out of the ordinary, we'll see it. Hey, Hilly, good to see you. We got Florida, Northeast what? Ohio, baby, that's right. Not so well known. See here, think here, what's up? Right there. Guys, get to talking in there. Florida DP, I'm going to be dropping some free memberships here in just a minute, okay? After this roll call is probably when I'll give away 5 of them, and I might give away 5 more at the end. I'm not sure. Hey, YGN, good to see ya. From Wisconsin, always. Do my eyes deceive me? No, they don't, my brother. I'm here, man. I am here. Hey, Sean. I believe we get earthquakes from the sun. Yes, absolutely it affects us. Go talk to Ron over at Emergency Management Associates. He'll tell you the same thing. Yes. Let me just put it to you guys simple with that. This is as simply as I can, explain why we get earthquakes with this without going into great detail. I am not the earthquake guy, so I don't try to, right? But I can report on them, and I do understand why they happen. The simple physics thing I can just tell you, after I kill this ant crawling across my TV. Anyway, energy in is energy out. Tommy Bird, what's up? West Virginia, baby. That's right. But energy in means energy out, guys. If we're drawing that in, it's got to go somewhere eventually, right? It's called the global electric circuit, and it's very much, it just draws it in when we get hit with stuff. We're always getting hit with stuff, by the way. Just because we're not at storm level doesn't mean we're not drawing stuff in, okay? I just want to make sure you guys understand that. That's what solar wind is. It's a constant barrage of highly charged particles from the sun hitting our magnetic field, okay? And I can show you that by this. Let me, right here. Okay, I haven't showed you guys this in a minute, but we are kind of taking a hit right now. I don't think it's going to be strong enough to push us into storm level yet, but this is density. This is our bow shock. Stuff's coming from the sun, moving towards us, and it's moving at whatever speed, right? This is showing you density. This isn't showing you speed. Hey, Mary. This is speed. Okay? The blues and the reds, if you see the graph up here, it's showing you direction. So when you got the blues, right, they're moving, believe it or not, from right to left. Okay, they're moving towards the sun. And you're probably asking yourself, yeah, I would agree, Tiffany. I don't usually say those kinds of things, but I would agree. We're getting a lot of crazy earthquake stuff. But anyway, how can charged particles move from right to left, right? How can it push against the sun when we're getting other stuff from the sun? Well, these particles back here are inside Earth's protection. Okay, our magnetic field is allowing those to move that direction, and furthermore, we're actually drawing them in. It's a reconnection event. You can see it all the time right here. See how that kind of moved and went boom? That's a reconnection event. We got field lines, okay? And what are field lines, you're probably asking me now? See these dashed lines? That's what those are. They're interplanetary magnetic field lines. If you were naked, floating in space, your left butt cheek would be connected to the sun. Everything is connected to the sun magnetically. Everything. So when some of those field lines get broke, they will reconnect. They have to reconnect at some point. And they reconnect in like this little loop back around. So when you see that doing that, that's what that is. So I want to make sure everybody understands that. It's not so out of the ordinary to get, highly charged particles moving from right to left. It seems almost impossible, but it's not, because our own protection is allowing that to happen. Okay? So yeah. All right. Hey, Christopher, good to see you. Left butt cheek, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to drop 5 memberships here. Let me see what I can do here. All right? So get to talking in there. I'm going to give you a countdown here in about 10 seconds, all right? Let's do some membership gifting. All right. All right. I'm going to give you a countdown, all right? We got incoming. 10, 9, 8. Well, we'll start with 5 because we're doing 5, right? We're going to do 5 giveaways. Here we go. Yeah, I agree, Wise Jen. The weather, too. Hey, what's up, DP in Florida, baby? Don't drop it on you. I love you, brother, for real. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Incoming memberships. Who's gonna get him? Who's gonna get him? See here, Think got one. Hey, there's my boy, seventh son, baby. Cajun Red got him. Karen Myers got one. Got two more is gonna show up. Should. I think you have to like click a button too to be able to be eligible for those. I'm not sure exactly what those are. And sometimes it actually will give you guys a membership in the comment section. You guys know that? So it does. You got, take a chance and come back and leave me a comment, guys. It helps more than you know. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I can't tell you how much I really do appreciate you guys. I wish I had a better way to be able to show it. I mean, but and during the members only, guys, I'll go into more detail why I wasn't here for so long. Okay. And obviously it's never good. So, I mean, and, me and my family, we're getting back to a little bit of whatever. We're still struggling with some things, but we're going to get there, I got a lot of Wages World people praying for me, so I know I'm going to be all right. And Marfugal. So, by the way, prayers and stuff for Dex, okay? Dex and his family. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I know he has some health stuff with his family. He had to step back from the show for a while and take care of his family, kind of like what I have been doing, and myself. I did herniate another disc in my back, and that's not good. Yeah, it's horrible, but you guys don't need to hear my negativity. That's why I don't come out here and just start dumping it on you. All right, just so you guys know. Hey, Deep Quake, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. Hey, Josie, you guys are awesome. You truly are. You guys are some awesome people. I honestly don't know why I'm so blessed with you guys. I truly mean that. I really do. For the longest time, I gave you guys a really good reason to be here, right? Then I stepped back. I stepped back, and I couldn't be here. And you guys stuck with me through that, and it makes a world of difference for me and my family. Yeah, you guys really just don't know. Anybody that has been through anything knows that any of that kind of stuff really does help. And I don't come out and say those kinds of things lightly. I don't like even talking about it because it is a negative thing. But, sticking around being memberships helps my family, stay afloat. And that's what we're doing. Holy crap. Deep. Thanks, man. Wow, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. I mean, wow. I don't know what to say. You guys are awesome. That's what I'll say. Get that up here on the screen. You guys are just, yeah, you're too good to me. But while we're doing that, let me go up here and again, guys, please leave a comment and hit that like. And I'll quit saying, I'm not going to say it a bunch throughout my videos. I never do. You guys know me. I don't even like doing it at all. But once I get back in the algorithm, I won't have to say it very often at all. I think what I'm probably going to do, just to remind you, you're awesome. You guys just are. I'm probably just going to put a crawl at the bottom and just remind people that way. So I don't like saying it, I feel awkward when I say stuff like that. Come click and like my video. Please become a member. Those kinds of things. I mean, what content creator doesn't say that? We almost have to remind people because you do forget sometimes. Hey, what's up, James? Good to see you. Tiffany, there you go. That's what I like to see, Tiffany. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Tiffany. Hey, Jen, good to see you. But yeah, all right, cool. I am going to, in some of the members only streams, and by the way, guys, that's pretty much the space weather. I don't have much else on the space weather end of it. I showed you guys the earthquakes and stuff. I was just going to show you guys these other geomagnetic, the magnetosphere here. So that is what happened there. Now let me, there is one more thing I do want to show you. We can look at the, because it was brought up about the earthquakes. Let me show you the better model to show you that. Geoelectric field model right here, I think. Yep. Okay, we're working with Canada on this one, right? So when this thing is moving, this is showing you the direct effect of space weather on our infrastructure, okay? On our electrical. That's what this is showing you. Geoelectric field, not geomagnetic. Geomagnetic is the one I just showed you here. Okay? Also, I'm going to be talking about some pretty cool stuff, and you know, yeah, I know, Tiffany. Yeah, it's so awkward. It really is for people that aren't used to saying those kinds of things, because it just feels like, I hate to say it in that way, like we're begging or something. But it's not that. It's truly just to remind people, you know. I don't expect anybody to ever do anything, you know. I really don't. I feel so blessed to have the people that I do here, and you guys have blessed me and blessed me and blessed my family. My wife tells me to tell you guys, thank you guys so much all the time. It's you know, she wants me to say it, and I do. I would anyway. So just know that. Now I know I'm squirreling here at the end, but anyway. Is Marf on? Well, maybe not. Mark should be getting on, guys, here in a few. He may or may not. I'm not sure. Adam's doing the show by himself right now for people that don't know. So give him some support too over there. It's kind of hard when you got to do all the technical stuff, and he hasn't been used to it because, you know. You're right, Callie. I mean, I agree. You know what, though? I didn't always. It took a lot of content creators talking to me in the background to even get me to monetize the channel. I went over some numbers. Yeah. That you know, guys, I was blessed from the time I started this channel. And I started this channel, and I say blessed because you guys really, you brought me back from a very, very dark place mentally. I didn't monetize the channel until I was almost 5 years into this. I could have monetized my channel the second day. Just so everybody knows. That's the truth. That's the God's honest truth. And it took people like Adam and Dex and Mark Pyers and everybody else. Hey man, come on man. You know, you're putting a lot of time into that. Once you just monetize it and just, you know, you ain't got to be out there trying to be all about that. But go ahead and monetize. And it took me forever to come around to even considering it. You know, when I monetized, I was over 50,000 subscribers already. You know, you can monetize when you get to 500 now. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. And you know, that's why it's just awkward for me to even talk about it. It just really is. But better printing equipment? Heck yeah. Hey, I did dry offset printing for a long time. That's what I did for 20 years. That is no joke. I was really good at it too. We had something that they called, and don't nobody get all elementary on me, elementary little boys or anything, but the printer itself was called an EBecome printer, and it printed paper. We would make our own copies back then. That was before we had a big Xerox machine and all that. Yeah, I'm dating myself here, but whatever. I know Hilly knows what I'm talking about. We've talked about this before. But anyway, guys, just want to say thanks to all that, and I would go into more detail, but I just don't want to. I don't want my negativity out there to be just affecting somebody else, because I know when my head's in a bad spot, I can't get myself to. I don't need it, you know. Oh golly, holy cow! If I was to let that one go through, the bot might even axe that one. Anyway, that was funny though. I'll laugh at that. My moderators can read that. Okay, there you go. All right, whoever let it go, let it go. I'm good with it. Just a joke. you know. Anyway, guys, this is air glow. So you can kind of see the difference. You know, air glow is what? It's just the atmosphere heats up pretty much, and it interacts with oxygen molecules just like aurora does. And when it's going back to their resting state, those molecules, that's when they put off the color. So we get greens, we get all kinds of colors. The different colors are typically because of it's interacting with a different molecule, like nitrogen, stuff in our atmosphere. Okay, that's where you get pinks and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, I am going to go ahead and pop off. I'll be giving away 5 more memberships probably tomorrow or the next day, maybe. Maybe we'll go with Wednesday. Try to hit it there on the hump day, and then we'll do the, you know, I'm going to try to do, if I can get it put together. I've got these Lego Star Wars sets, and during my, also, before I say that, guys, I really do need you guys to drop me a comment and let me know if you guys want me to, like, so I got a camera, and I have a tripod that Jammer dropped off to my house when he was down this way. He's such a great guy. He just, you know, it's a good tripod too. So I got an old phone I'm using for a webcam. If you guys want me to like put my face and talk to you guys with my face there at the bottom corner, let me know in the comment section. Say yes or no. That's all I need. You know, just tell me, please put yes, I would like to have your face there, or no, I wouldn't, and all that. And then we could try it and see how everybody likes it. But if not, no biggie. We'll just do some other stuff. So yeah. Also, guys, we are going to be talking about, there was they launched that mission to go push the satellite back up into orbit. That's a cool thing. We're going to be talking about that. Also, we're going to be talking about our second moon. The Chinese actually sent up a probe and got up beside it, took pictures. So we'll be taking a look at that. But yeah. That's right, Stephanie. Good to see you, girl. Pass the word. I'm gonna be here every night. I told everybody this, you know, when I started Saturday that I was gonna, starting on Monday, I was gonna be here every night, and I'm going to follow through with that. I'm just going to, even if I gotta post a video and come back on later and do some whatever with you guys. But yeah. So we're going to do all that, right? Yeah, I'm going to try it. But please come back to the, Hope, you're awesome. Please come back to the comment section and tell me in the comment section. It'll help me with some feedback. Plus, it'll make a difference in getting this video out. So, anyway, all right, guys. I am going to go ahead and pop off. We'll leave you with what do you guys want to see? Is this thing running yet? Let's see if it'll run. None of these are running. That's stupid. It is. That's dumb. It really is. But yeah. There it goes. I knew it had already loaded. Okay, so we'll leave you here. But see this right here? That's where that other CME was before I let you guys go. You see how it all moved into Corona? And we'll be talking about, you know, how the pole flip on the sun's going to affect solar weather also. Okay? But right there, did you see that? That was that CME that's going to hit us here in the next 12 to 24 hours. And come back to the comment section and read Steve's dad joke, Seventh Son. Always posted at the top. So, all right, guys. God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid.